What is up, everyone? John here. Hope you guys are doing well. And what the heck is this? What is this? This is the first time I ever heard about this. Adam Driver pitched a Kylo Ren Star Wars standalone movie with Steven Soderbergh directing. So Steven Soderbergh, you know that he's done, well, perhaps you know or don't know, he's done the Ocean's 11 movies. He's done Out of Sight, Traffic, Aaron Brockovich. He's a pretty accomplished filmmaker. Pretty well known. He actually won an Oscar for Traffic. So, as much as I've hated the Disney sequel trilogy, as much as I think it's been trash, I have to say, even with the aspect of Kylo Ren being a lame villain. And I would say he was a lame villain because Disney really didn't know what to do with him. But Adam Driver, I think most of us would all agree, Adam Driver is actually a pretty good actor. So, even though I've hated everything Disney has done up to this point, I am at the very least a little curious as to what Steven Soderbergh would do with Star Wars and what a Kylo Ren standalone movie would look like. Adam Driver and Steven Soderbergh almost brought their own twist to a galaxy far, far away. In a recent sit-down with AP, Driver said that over the span of 2 years, he and Soderbergh developed a script called The Hunt for Ben Solo. It's kind of a lame name, in my opinion. Not the best name. The film would have taken place after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. Thought Kylo died, but I'm sure there's an explanation. And followed Driver's Kylo Ren, aka Ben Solo, on a search for redemption. I always was interested in doing another Star Wars, Driver said. I had been talking about doing another one since 2021. Kathleen Kennedy had reached out. I always said, with a great director and a great story, I'd be there in a second. I love that character, and I love playing him. And I will say that, again, as bad as the character turned out to be, I do feel like Adam Driver was always bringing it. Like, he really was doing everything he possibly could with that character. Driver described the film as handmade and character-driven, comparing it to the 1980s The Empire Strikes Back. The White Noise star said that the film is the standard of what a Star Wars movie should be. So I don't know if Adam Driver was actually throwing a little shade at Disney there, but he was saying the film was actually the standard of what a Star Wars movie should be. There might be some low-key shade there. Soderbergh and Driver pitched The Hunt for Ben Solo to Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, and Carrie Beck at Lucasfilm, who loved the idea. However, when they took the script over to Disney, they were shut down. We presented the script to Lucasfilm. They loved it. They loved the idea, Driver said. They totally understood our angle and why we were doing it. We took it to Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, and they said no. They didn't see how Ben Solo was alive, and that was that. Lucasfilm declined to comment. Soderbergh told AP of the experience, I really enjoyed making the movie in my head. I'm just sorry the fans won't get to see it. Driver agreed, calling the project one of the coolest effing, I'm guessing that was the expletive there, scripts I had ever been a part of. I hope this script leaks. I hope it gets out there somewhere. You could tell that Driver, I believe that he is desperate right now for something big. Megalopolis flopped. I heard he recently, not too long ago, fired his agent. So the reason why you put something out there like this is to bring attention to it. And maybe you hope that fans out there are like creating some buzz and putting some, maybe, putting it out there that they would actually like to see a Kylo Ren movie. And at this point, Disney they haven't put out a Star Wars movie in theaters since 2019, The Rise of Skywalker. And now we're getting the frickin' Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which, like, to me, That's for Disney Plus. That's where that belongs. If there was any time that we were going to release that film, it was going to be after the second, after the second season of The Mandalorian, when you had that Luke Skywalker ending. That would have been the perfect time to line up your movie right there. But after a lackluster third season of The Mandalorian, and a couple years, it seems like after that, at least a year or two after that, this is just not really a good time to be putting out a Mandalorian and Grogu film. But with that said, we are going to be getting, I believe it's called Starfighter. We got Mia Goth and Ryan Gosling. And as much as I think the title for that Star Wars movie is kind of lame, Starfighter, Star Wars Starfighter, they do have some players in it. They do have actually Ryan Gosling, Mia Goth, so I'm trying to keep an open mind here for Disney Star Wars. With that said, I'm also skeptical. But if there is a good movie put out by Disney, I will be the first one to say, hey, they put out and they made an actual good Star Wars movie. Now, for Adam Driver to say that his Star Wars movie, where he likened it to Empire Strikes Back, I mean, that's some pretty, if you are gonna try to get this movie made, and you're saying that it is a character-driven film similar to Empire Strikes Back, you might as well put that out there. For me, it's just a morbid curiosity. It's like, what would this movie look like? I'm not going to say that this is a great idea, but at the same time, with all of the crap, with how bad Disney Star Wars has been, The Acolyte, oh my gosh. This, in contrast to that, it's like, you know what, a Kylo Ren movie, that sounds better than The Acolyte at least. I'm not saying I think it's going to be good or it would be worth seeing, but there is a little bit of morbid curiosity. And Adam Driver, as I said before, he is a good actor. He does bring it to the screen. So let me know your thoughts on all of this in that comment section below. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, if you like the channel, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell for notifications. Take care. We'll see you next time.